This program is brought to you by the City of Oceanside. The following program does not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, or policies of the City of Oceanside, its elected officials, KOCT, its board of directors, or staff. This program is underwritten in part by Waste Management of North County in Oceanside. We are dedicated to serving customers and community as a safe, comprehensive service provider, a good corporate citizen, and a responsible environmental steward. Think green. Think Waste Management.
Hello, I am Kelly O. Davis, and I'm pleased to welcome you to the February edition of Oceanside Spectrum, and we have a brilliant lineup of guests for you to enjoy. First, we welcome Founders First CDC, sharing information about their 2020 North County Elevate My Business Challenge. The Don Diego Scholarship Foundation will be on our show to share information on how students can apply for their scholarships this year. The North County AfricanAmerican Women's Association is here to talk about their Sisters Soaring Wellness Conference happening in March. Also joining us is the Samuel Lawrence Foundation, here to share information about their Songs for Songs event and how you can become involved. And for our final guest, we welcome the Oceanside Theater Company, here to talk about their upcoming performance of Sweet Charity. So prepare yourself as we breeze gently through this winter edition of Oceanside Spectrum right here on KOCT, the voice of North County. Hi, Kelly Davis, and for our first guest here on our 2020 season premiere of Oceanside Spectrum, we have Kim Folsom. She is the founder of Founder First and interim CEO. Welcome.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Yes,
today,
I should
Kelly.
say Founders First CDC. It's a community development corporation.
That is correct. That is correct.
Yeah, so you've been on our show before, and we're looking for people to apply to the 2020 Elevate My Business Challenge. So before we get into all that, why don't you just refresh us on what do you do and why you do it over there?
Oh, certainly. Well, welcome. Happy New Year. So delighted to be back. You know, for this new year, new decade, we've got a twist on our name. When you've seen us come before, you've heard of Lift Development Enterprises.
Right.
So with this new year, we have a new name with regards to Founders First, and that's because of really our mission, our experience is to put founders first. And when you do, they can do amazing, amazing things. Right. And so we have our North County Challenge coming up this spring. And it's very exciting. This will be our third year.
So your business as Founders First, like you said, it's a community development corporation. The mission is to help entrepreneurs
to fund and grow underserved and underrepresented founders. There's so much, amazing hype around technology-based companies, but that's just a small percent. Less than 10% of companies are tech companies. So we focus on those service, lower technology, tech-enabled businesses, manufacturing companies to help them develop strategies to grow.
Awesome. And the Elevate My Business Challenge, what is involved with that? What are the qualifications? How do you apply?
Sure.
Yeah.
So Founders First CDC is a nonprofit community development corporation. We focus on helping fund and grow these businesses. We've got a series of accelerator programs designed for the size of the company as far as their revenues. And those accelerators combine a number of things. They combine structured workshops that are connected together of the skills that they need to grow a employer-based business. They include one-on-one coaching through the program and after the program. Really fascinating, innovative performance tracking technology platform to help them see how they're doing personally, as well as how are they doing amongst their peers and others who've gone through our programs. And we also have an after part of our program too. So we look to partner with them to help them grow their business.
That is awesome. And for the Elevate My Business Challenge, we had our own Elaine Swan, former host of Oceanside Spectrum. She was actually one of someone that went through your program and just raved about it. And I think she actually even won an award there during that time. So this Elevate My Business Challenge, the dates, we're going to obviously display the dates, when to apply, and some of the criteria. But why do something like that? What is?
So it's so exciting to share. Some of the reasons why. Many of them decide either I'm trying to get help with. I've been working. Almost like kind of a hamster in a wheel, trying to market my business, and I haven't figured out what they're going to do. So generally, it's like they say there's some area I'm wanting to improve, but then they find out. There's so much opportunity for them, be it marketing, leadership. Finance, and on all of those areas of the skills that you need to grow their business. So that's generally the reason they come and say, I want to grow my business. I think I have an opportunity, but I need some more ideas. I want to get access to experts to help me grow.
And going through this program, they will gain certainly information, resources.
Oh yeah, I mean, so our ecosystem, if you will, facilitators, coaches, all of us have grown mid-market companies. So we're not just theorists, we've been in their shoes. And so they get access to that. They get strategies, assessments, templates, connections, and an advocate and a partner to help them grow.
That is awesome. So Kim, it was wonderful having you on the show. Thank you so much. And if you are interested in Founder First CDC, the Elevate My Business Challenge, if you qualify, definitely apply. And we'll be back with more Oceanside Spectrum. Hi, and we are back. We have the Don Diego Scholarship Foundation in our KOCT studios here. Channa Manning and Megan Kelly. Welcome to you both.
Thank you for having us.
Yes,
thank you so much.
You're welcome. So you've been to Oceanside Spectrum before. This is the 2020 Don Diego Scholarships. Tell us a little bit about it again and what's new this year.
Well, the applications will be on our website starting February 1st. And new this year, we're not only giving away all of our usual scholarships, $5,000, $2,500, $1,000, we also just today confirmed that we're going to have one scholarship that will be $5,000 renewable for 4 years.
Woohoo!
So for a total of $20,000. So we are very excited, and we know that it'll go to a really worthy scholarship winner.
Absolutely. And I also had that you had something else new, the William and Betty and
Tulloch endowed. We have an endowed scholarship starting this year. This is a family that the Tulloch family are one of the iconic agricultural families in San Diego. They own a huge ranch in East County. They run a lot of cattle. Bill was on the fair board. Betty Ann started the Cowbells, telling people about cooking beef. Their daughters are 4 FFA teachers. Their kids have all been through 4-H at FFA, and their family contributed enough money, so they're going to be giving a $3,000 scholarship every year forever.
That is awesome. And a little bit of with the Don Diego Scholarship Foundation, you're affiliated with the San Diego...
The Del Mar Fairgrounds.
Right.
And you have to participate in an event at the fairgrounds. Most people participate in the San Diego County Fair, and there are many ways to do that. As 4-H or FFA, as an exhibitor, showing a painting or a photograph, tap dancing, hula dancing on one of the stages, singing and dancing, as an employee of one of our vendors, making ice cream cones or working for Premier Food Services. So those are the ways. There are lots of ways to participate.
Okay, and then of course we qualify to
that
seek
qualifies you
Gotcha.
to be eligible for one of our scholarships.
Fantastic. And speaking of scholarships, we have the 2019 recipient, Megan Kelly.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I am fantastic. So tell us a little bit about the process and maybe share like a highlight that you encountered doing this.
Well, we started with an application, and then I got an interview, and I got to meet some of the members. And then after I got the scholarship, I got to go to the gala. And this is an annual gala where the donors get to meet the scholars and the scholars get to meet the donors. And so that was probably the highlight of it, just because I got to see where the money came from and the donors got to see where the money's going to.
Do you have any advice for a 2020 scholarship applicant that might be interested?
I think the best piece of advice I can provide is to start the application early, thoroughly fill it out, thoroughly do the best job that you possibly can. Think about everything you can put on that application. So when you send it off, the judges can see the application first, and they can really analyze who you are before they even get to meet you in the interview, and that is like the first impression. So the best thing to do is just to make the best application possible.
Okay, so now you were the 2019 recipient and you received the scholarship. What happens now with you? Where are you? Where are you studying? You are from Ramona.
Yes.
Yeah, and you were like a queen there too, right?
Miss Ramona, yes.
Okay.
So from now on, I'm at Cal State San Marcos, and I'm studying liberal studies. I want to be an elementary school teacher.
Oh.
So that's my plan, and I'm hoping it all goes through.
Well, I'm sure it will. Thank you
Yes.
so much for being with us, Megan
Thank
Kelly.
you for having me.
Channa Manning, thank you as always. And hey, we already gave you the website. If you're interested in the 2020 Don Diego Scholarship Foundation and getting one of those scholarships, will be February 1st. It'll be live, and you'll be able to get it.
And you don't have to be a high school senior. Many of our scholarships are available no matter what your age is. It's just dependent on the fact that you're going to go on to school.
Fantastic. Thank you both, and we will be right back with more Oceanside Spectrum.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
And we are back, and we have the North County African Americans Women's Association. They have been celebrating 25 years. They're going to celebrate 25 years all this year, and we're going to talk about their women's conference. And we're welcoming Linda Simpkins-Berry and Stephanie Torrio. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you so much, Miss Kelly. It's an honor to be here. Love to be here.
Yes, so 25 years for the North County African American Women's Association.
It is. It's 25 years of service, and we are so grateful for those 11 women that had a vision for this community to begin an organization such as what we're a member of.
And so tell us a little bit, why this organization? Why did those 11 women start? A little bit of the history and mission. How about that?
Yes, it started off with 11 women coming together, just brainstorming about how can we serve our community, and started off with a simple grant. And you know, that simple grant started off, we had more and more women join, and now it became self-sufficient, and we've lasted for 25 years.
Congratulations, 25 years. And so the women's conference this year is called?
Sister Soaring, and it's envisioning women soaring together at the highest heights where their dreams take flight. Awesome. And then to do that, the woman has to have self-confidence, self-awareness, and we start working on that very young, but some people forget. So this conference is all about us and how we can be our best selves.
And it sounds a little bit like working from the inside out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because often we talk about wellness and we talk about those things, and yes, it's great to get the body moving and pump some iron and go to that Zumba class. But feeding that inner person. It sounds like this conference seems to be kind of concentrating on on that as well this year.
It is, and us being a wellness partnership, we are a Live Well partnership, we concentrate on the health component, and this actually addresses the health component of our mission statement. And so we get together, we have it every 2 years, and this is a time for us to self-reflect and then to move on. It's perfect time.
Perfect. And Stephanie, why don't you tell us a little bit of what to expect this year from previous years? What are the highlights? Who's speaking? All that good stuff.
Well, we're going to be starting out the day with our breakfast keynote speaker, Maria Dowd. She's going to kick the day off for us. We'll break out into workshops for both adults and for the youth, which is very exciting.
That's wonderful. The youth aspect. We need to mention that.
Absolutely.
So, what are they, I'm sorry to cut you off, but
That's
the
okay.
ages of the youth aspect, who qualifies
Over
for
12,
that?
so from between 12 and 18 is what we would consider youth for this conference.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm sorry. So you have
That's all
someone
right.
there speaking to the youth as well?
Yes,
Yeah.
Asha Jones is going to be speaking to the youth directly. She is their dedicated keynote speaker.
She is.
Yes, and very dynamic. We're excited to see her speak.
That's awesome.
We have a vendor marketplace. We'll have some time to shop during the day. And then we'll end with lunch and a keynote speaker as well.
Awesome. And I understand the former host of Oceanside Spectrum.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Miss Elaine Swan.
Yes.
be there.
She'll be hosting the event. Is that correct? Or
She
something?
will be our mistress of ceremonies.
Oh, that's awesome. So Stephanie, is there anything that we should look for this year, different, or just come and just enjoy this year? It's at the
Omni La Casa Resort and Spa up in Carlsbad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any highlights, anything?
I think that the biggest highlight, I would say, would be really getting excited to be inspired, get engaged, and really feel empowered from this conference. We spent a lot of time getting together some really dynamic workshops for both youth and adults, as I've said before, but there's something special about the workshop speakers that we have this year. People should really be excited to come in and engage with the community, really come together and learn how to really soar and take flight as women.
That is awesome. And have some fun. And I can speak about that vendor thing. People come to shop, get your shopping in so you don't miss the keynote speaker and the rest of the activity. So ladies, it goes by so fast, you know, more stuff to talk about, but we have the website up. If you want to become involved with the organization.
Please, absolutely. Please look us up online. We'd be more than happy to give you any information you need.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
And we will be back with more Oceanside Spectrum. And for our next guest, we'd like to welcome the Samuel Lawrence Foundation. We have Chelsea Sparty and Amanda Policki. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you for having us.
So this is a pretty serious issue. And this, I want you to tell us a little bit about the Samuel Lawrence Foundation and sort of their premier project that they're working on. Chelsea.
So the Samuel Lawrence Foundation is a local nonprofit, and we are engaged on some of the most complex issues that are facing humanity. We use the arts, science, and education to create positive change. And our largest project is focusing on the safer storage of nuclear waste at San Onofre.
Got it. So it is a serious issue, and they certainly will have your website displayed and such that talks a little bit about it. But I did see that there is sort of a, I don't know if the word is a landing page, but you have a nuclear, what is that, nuclear safety page?
Yeah, so if you click on the tab that says nuclear safety, you'll be able to get some details, some of the numbers, why this is a problem, specific to our issue here on the coast at San Onofre. And there's reports if somebody's really curious and wants to dive deeper. And if people want to get involved and take action, they can email us and we'll be able to connect them to community groups in their area.
Can you share in maybe in a nutshell exactly what, I mean, I know it's a complex issue and it's like we only have so much time on the show, but some of the key issues that you're bringing up for the public to know about.
Sure. So most people don't know this, but all 3.6 million pounds of the radioactive waste produced at San Onofre are still on site. They're 100 feet from the ocean. It's dangerous stuff that remains toxic for over 200,000 years. It's put inside low quality, thin-walled canisters that are prone to damage. And we're really concerned because the experts say that that nuclear waste is expected to be on site for over 100 years.
Wow.
We don't think it's going to last that long in these canisters that have been selected.
Got it. And Amanda, one of the things, talk about what can the public do to get involved. One of the things that is being offered at the Belly Up, I think at the end of February, if you'd like to talk about the Songs for Songs, is it, event at the Belly Up? Yeah.
So on Monday, February 24th at 6:30 p.m., we are thrilled to be bringing back the free Songs for Songs for a second year. And this is a concert speaker event where we're designed to entertain and equip the audience with information and tools to be able to affect change in their communities. So Patagonia, a major sponsor, will be at the event with a booth. There will also be a second family-friendly live stream planned at Oceanside High School that is open to the general public, so everybody is welcome.
So this is a way, again, part of being this television station in Oceanside Spectrum is how does someone get involved? Obviously, they can go to the landing, they can go to the website, but also coming to an event like this, since you'll have speakers there, and this is a way for them to be introduced for some people.
Exactly.
And find out more information for others.
Exactly, and it's something, it gives people something to do and a way to get engaged in the issue, and it will be a combination of musicians and speakers. So we're in for a great event.
That's awesome. And then that same day, you mentioned, and just want to mention again, at Oceanside High School, what takes place there?
Correct. At the same time, there will be a live stream of the event happening at the Belly Up, and that will be open to all ages.
The Oceanside High School one?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so they can get involved that way as well. So what would you say, we got about a minute left, a question that doesn't get asked, or what would you really want someone to come away from this interview knowing, or?
Yeah. So when we had this concert the first time in 2018, it was a capacity crowd. Over 600 people came. They got to meet other people, they got to come alongside their friends, and while it's a very complex issue, we want people to know that this is something that together we can solve. Only together can we solve it.
Thank you. Chelsea, Amanda, I want to thank you so much for coming on Spectrum to share this this information. And please check out the links. This is a very serious issue. Go to the Belly Up February 24th. Go to Oceanside High School if you can't make it there. And just really familiarize yourself and get involved in this very, very serious issue. And we'll be right back with more Oceanside Spectrum.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
And we are back with our final guest, the Oceanside Theater Company. We have Ted Leib and Kaylin Booker. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
We're going to talk about your upcoming show. But first of all, let's just give the audience a little bit of what do you do and why do you do it over there at OTC?
Certainly. Oceanside Theater Company, we're a professional theater company, a nonprofit. We're the resident theater company at the Brooks Theater in downtown Oceanside, just at the corner of Pierview and Coast. We do main stage shows for a year that are summer straight plays, summer musicals. We also have a youth outreach program with local schools, and most recently we worked with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Oceanside to put on a production of Seussical Jr. And we have a summer camp for the kids coming up in mid-June to mid-July. Registration should open about March 1st, so take a look for that.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So we're going to have all the bells and whistles displayed on the screen, but let's get to Sweet Charity, your upcoming production Tell us a little bit about it.
Sweet Charity is a beautiful piece. It was a collaboration between Neil Simon and Bob Fosse, one of Bob Fosse's greatest musicals, based on a Fellini film called Nights of Cabiria. It's a beautiful story about a woman who's just full of hope, and the world just kind of mistreats her a bit, but through it all, she still manages to have hope. The music is fantastic. There's songs like If My Friends Could See Me Now, and I'm a Brass Band, and Rhythm of Life. It's a gorgeous score.
Is this a fun show? You're directing, right?
I am directing,
Yeah.
and we have a terrific choreographer, Siri Hafso, who's already started to mount some terrific numbers for us.
And the show is going to be in March.
It'll open March 6th,
Okay.
and it'll run Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30, Sundays at 2 for 4 weekends.
Fantastic. So, Kaylin Booker over there, talk to us about you are playing the lead.
I am playing Charity Hope Valentine. Isn't that a name?
Isn't that a wonderful name?
But it's beautiful. And you know, what's great about this show is that Bob Fosse directed it. Bob Fosse is kind of one of all musical theater geeks, nerds, all of the above, our inspiration for life, I think. And what a musical this is, to really have this real life experience of a girl that life doesn't really treat very well, but she doesn't give up hope, and that has this spectacle about her. And that's what's so fun about this musical, because we have I'm a Brass Band, which she's just running around the streets and pretending that she has this wonderful big old band behind her, and it's really, really fun. And then we have Big Spender, which is super cool. We love that one. I think you've heard of it before. And what I love about Charity is her love for life, regardless of how life treats her. Yeah. Well, and we definitely have a similar spazziness as well, so, which is really fun.
I was just going to ask Ted, why did you cast her?
Yeah, you can see why, can't you?
It's just wonderful. You're just so amazing. You know, I know this was also Debbie Allen played this role, didn't she?
Yeah, I believe so in one of the revivals, yeah. And then Christina Applegate in the most recent Broadway production.
And so you were definitely, when this came, how did you find out about this audition? And were you just like, this is mine?
Well, you know, my friend, she was just like, you need to audition for this. It's perfect for you. And I knew the show because, funnily enough, when like the start of my love for musical theater was in high school. And I kind of grabbed a couple of my friends. I was like, we have to do this song. There's got to be something better than this. Didn't know where it was from or anything like that until I saw that Sweet Charity. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. It's Kismet. And I saw the movie, watched all of the musical YouTubes, which aren't that good, but it's still like quality-wise, not like the performances are great. And I was just like, this is me. Charity is so much of how I love life and how she loves life.
Well, thank you so much for being with us, Kaylin, Ted, and we are going to have Kaylin take it away right now with some Sweet Charity. Thank you for watching. Go ahead.
If they could see me now, that little gang of mine, I'm eating fancy chow and drinking fancy wine. I'd love those stumble bums to see for a fact the kind of top drawer first-rate chums I attract. All I can say is, wow, we look at where I am. Tonight I've landed, pow, right in a pot of jam. What a setup, holy cow, they'd never believe it if my friends could see me now. If they could see me now, alone with Mr. V, who's waiting on me like he was a maitre d', I'd hear my body saying, crazy what gives, tonight she's living like the other half lives. To fit the lowest brow, which I must say is he, should pick the highest brow, which there's no doubt is me. What a step up, holy cow, they'd never believe it if my friends could see me now.
Thank you so much.
This program is brought to you by the City of Oceanside.